welcome into episode 12 of our realistic Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 23. I'm Ash or Brom18 as always. Today it is a massive one. As we reach the end of February, we have the League Cup final for you. It is Chelsea versus Manchester City. What a fantastic tie that we have ahead. If you haven't went and watched all of the other episodes, please do go and check them out beforehand. And before we do get into this one, let me talk about what's been going on with some of the previous games. So the first port of call was a League Cup quarter-final away at St James's Park against Newcastle, and it was just the one goal for us. Tammy Abraham coming up big. He was sent through one-on-one, and as he cut inside from the right-hand side, laces it past the goalkeeper, and there was nothing he could do about that, sending us through to this semi-final against Everton. In the first leg, it did finish as a draw 2-2, so it was finally poised going into the return leg at Stamford Bridge. And guess who? Once again, Tammy Abraham comes up big. He's sent through. This time, he's able to finesse it past Jordan Pickford rather than the lace shot, and that was the only goal of the game, sending us through to a massive League Cup final against Manchester City. In the meantime, things have been going swimmingly in the Premier League. We did have this big game against Liverpool, amongst others. We went 1-0 behind at home against Stamford Bridge, but Conor Gallagher soon shrugs off Virgil van Dijk, goes through one-on-one, and rather than sweating it, puts it past the keeper. In the second half, late on in the 80th minute, Christopher Nkunku gets sent through one-on-one, and he's able to put it past the keeper with an outside of the foot shot. It was really good to get over that hoodoo we've had against Liverpool. We've struggled against them in this save, really struggling to get points, but this time at home at Stamford Bridge the factor is too much, and we managed to get a very important win. So that's how it's looked, just some of the notable games that I did want to show you the highlights of. Of course, we had those big games in the League Cup, beating Everton and Newcastle. The ride to the League Cup has very much been relatively kind to us, although we've generally been playing Premier League teams on the way, so there is that. And we do, of course, have Manchester City. They did beat Spurs in the semi-final, so what a fantastic tie we have. With regards to the standings, not much to show you from the Premier League table, because as you can see, it's been going swimmingly. We still haven't lost another game since the last episode, 15 points clear. This is going even better than I anticipated. I knew we'd be looking to challenge for the title, competing with the likes of Man City and Liverpool this season, but I didn't expect it to go this well. Look at that. Dominance, absolute dominance. And, you know, with all being said, we should really be looking to finish this off now. There are no excuses for not bringing this title home. With regards to the Champions League, we've already played the first leg of the round of 16 against Club Brugge, and we are winning 2-1. So we have the return leg still all to play for, and you'll have a look at some of the other results that are going on as well. But hopefully we can come through that on the other side of that as well. A few injuries that I need to talk to you about. They're really hitting us hard. We, of course, have Bastoni out for most of the season. N'Golo Kante goes down with a broken toe, 3 months, he is out. And then literally a few days later in the next game, Mateo Kovacic, who we put in as the replacement for N'Golo Kante, goes down with the same injury, a broken toe, for 3 months. So those guys out for probably the rest of the season. If not, we may be lucky and get them back late April, so we can get them back for any kind of last minute Premier League games and maybe any finals if we do get there. So it's very, very frustrating. What that does mean though is that there are more opportunities for the likes of Lewis Hall and Charlie Webster now, because of course we've only 2 central midfielders at the club. We're looking very bare bones. Now, we could play Gallagher in the Bellingham role if we needed to, and that is an option as well, but I have preferred him, and he's been doing very well in these attacking midfield roles, so I'd like to keep him there if possible, but it is an option. Elsewhere, the likes of Levi Colwill developing very, very nicely and getting a lot of game time. Has Colwill, Chalobah as well, still in there and developing nicely. Same with Armando Broja, who did score the 2 goals against Club Brugge in the Champions League tie, so that was very, very healthy. But what about this game today then? Well, this is the lineup I have opted for, sticking with that 3-4-3 system. We've tinkered with the 4-3-3 with a 3-4-1-2, but this is the one I have found myself coming back to, very much the one that I am most comfortable with and that we seem to get the most success out of. This is the first domestic final that I am playing, not only in this career, but this year in FIFA, so we'll see how this one goes. It's a big game. We've struggled in these. It looks like it's going to be snowing as well, so that's very, very interesting in itself. It's going to be some tough conditions, and hopefully we can get the best out of it. And it snows that bad. We've got the yellow lines out as well. That's something you don't see very often. Foden looking to work an inch. Oh, Gallagher, what's he doing? He stepped off. Got someone free in the edge of the box, and a good save from Mendy early on. That FIFA defensive AI doing its thing as always. Going to go back to Reece James on the overlap. There's someone free at the far post, and Kunku, he's going to nod it back in. Not enough to beat Ederson there from Gallagher. Allow themselves to get turned by Haaland. That was silly. And another good save from Edouard Mendy in this 26th minute. Abraham's going to come out wide to Chilwell. Options if he whips this one in. He's got Gallagher who's free. Overhead kick, and Ederson claims that one. And Kunku. Oh, so that's half time then. A few chances for either team, but not quite the cutting edge that you would expect in this first half. As you can see, I thought we'd have more opportunities than that, to be honest, but never mind. So it's finally poised. Someone at the back post. It's Chilwell. It's a lovely touch. He'll go for goal, and what a finish. What a great goal that is. It's Ben Chilwell. Drives it into that far post. Ederson doesn't stand a chance. What a really nice finish that is. It's Bellingham who spots Chilwell free at the far post. It's a lovely touch. Takes a couple of kind of touches with his feet just to bring it down, and wellies it into that far corner. What a fantastic strike that is. And finally, there is a broken deadlock, and it's us, 1-0. Chilwell looking to switch it over to James on this far side. We've got someone free at the back post. It's Tammy Abraham. Oh, there are options here. He's going to go on his right foot and strike it, and it's in. Did that take a deflection? It looked like it did, because Ederson all of a sudden looks wrong-footed. It creeps in over. It must have taken a hit from someone, but Tammy Abraham puts us 2-0 ahead, and once again we find space over on this left side. Kyle Walker having an absolute mare, as he always does, really. Let's have another look here. Abraham has a shot. Oh yeah, it does take a knock. It takes a knock off Nathan Ake, the former Chelsea man, and it just wrong-foots Ederson slightly as he can't quite get the angle on the ball. And wow, in this last 10 minutes, this game has turned right on its head. 2-0. James, Abraham, Bellingham. Can he feed it back through to Abraham? Has he remained onside? Yes, he has. The linesman's flag doesn't go up. This is to finish it, and he's surely done so. Tammy Abraham, 70th minute. It is 3-0, and it's a lovely, well-worked goal. Wow, what a 20 minutes this has been. Bellingham slotting it through to Abraham. Man City have instigated that press, and they are leaving gaps. They are leaving space in behind, and that is the result. Tammy Abraham makes it 3, and surely this League Cup is coming our way. And they'll look to get forward with De Bruyne here. As you can see, they're absolutely knackered, but it doesn't matter because that is full time, and that is our first trophy of the campaign. Wow, that was a really, really special performance in the second half. Absolutely flying out the gates, and Man City just could not deal with it. And by the time we'd scored the second, they'd gone for a high press. They were really going man-to-man. It was just relentless pressing. And as a result, they were absolutely knackered. You saw the likes of De Bruyne's stamina then. He had nothing left in the tank. Absolutely nothing. So we could just play it around them with ease. And wow, what a coming-of-age performance that is, especially for someone like Tammy Abraham since his signing. Really in the groove now. I believe Bellingham might be captain, which I didn't actively set. I probably would have set it to Koulibaly if I'd had that opportunity. But really, there aren't a lot of leader figures in this team. That is something I'd have liked to change. So Bellingham probably is the biggest one. Let's face it. So there he is. He'll lift the cup. He had a phenomenal performance. And what a fantastic way to start off campaign with trophies, really, I guess you could say, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. First time I played at Wembley in FIFA 23. First time I've won at Wembley in FIFA 23. So delighted. Absolutely delighted. There it is. League Cup champions in, what, 2024? Is it? I think we're a year on now, I guess, isn't it? So, yeah, we're the first champions of the English leagues, I guess, this season. So brilliant. Quick look at the stats. Surprised there were such few passes. It felt like there were quite a lot, really. So a bit of a rat there, to be honest. few shots for either team. Both teams did have opportunities. You know, could have very easily, they could have scored a couple very easily. But generally, we played very, very well. And there's no way Conor Gallagher played at a 5.9. I will not have that at all. No one played badly. What on earth is this? So there it is in black and white, or white and grey, if you want to call it that. 3-0 winners in the League Cup final, and that is our first silverware for the season. But it isn't done yet, because we have an opportunity here to take it all the way for everything. We are still in every competition. If we have a look here, we've got an FA Cup game later on in the week against Newcastle away again, just like we did in the League Cup quarter-finals as well. On top of that, we've still got Club Brugge, which of course we're leading. We're well in the Premier League title race. And so it really is all to play for this season. It could be a very successful season, or it could be a bit of a catastrophe if we weren't to win any more trophies from here on out. So it's going to be exciting. Now for the next episode, I think we're going to drop back in somewhere around here. We've got some tough games coming up. If we do get through against Bruges, that will mean we've got a quarter-final in the Champions League that will scattered in somewhere around here. I'd have thought probably the next week, if not 27th. So the Tottenham game will be rearranged. So we'll see how the fixture list kind of heats up for that. We'll have an FA Cup quarter-final in there, hopefully, providing we can get through against Newcastle. So there's a lot to kind of get through here. So strap in. If you have enjoyed it and you want to see more, please do subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notifications every time I upload a video. Don't forget to drop a like as well. I really appreciate you guys that are sticking with this series. I know episodes probably haven't been as common as you would have liked, but please remember that I have, it takes so much time to do this. I'm so busy with YouTube doing all sorts of videos. Obviously, I've got a job as well, so a lot to get through, and I can't squeeze them out as often as I would like, really. But we'll keep this episode coming, and we'll go for the series as long as it lasts, really, until it comes to a natural conclusion. On that note, we are going to finish it there. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Patreon, check out my gaming podcast. All the links to that are down below, as well as a link to my Twitter and my podcast YouTube channel as well. And until the next one, I will see you soon.